Welcome everyone. Today we're doing something a little bit different for this explainer. We're zooming all the way into the microscopic biology that literally dictates the rhythm of life on Earth, and then we're pulling all the way back out to the sheer vastness of deep space. We're going to uncover some of the most surprising, totally verified secrets of science, history, and nature that are, believe it or not, hiding right under our noses. So get ready, because what we're looking at today is going to fundamentally change how you see the world around you. Okay, let's dive into this. Have you ever actually stopped to wonder if there's an invisible script out there, a hidden set of rules just quietly governing our entire universe, dictating literally everything from the lifespan of the smallest creatures to the birth of giant planets? I know, it sounds a bit like science fiction, right? But as we're about to see, nature is incredibly ordered, and sometimes it operates on constraints that are just staggering.
The billion heartbeat rule, a biological limit. So, to understand these hidden rules, we're going to start with our very first scientific anomaly. We're zooming right into the mysterious biological rhythms that dictate mammalian life. You see, every mammal, whether it's scurrying across your floor or swimming in the deepest oceans, possesses this biological ticker, and scientists have noticed a seriously astonishing pattern regarding exactly how many times that ticker is allowed to beat.
1 billion. That's a 1 with 9 zeros. And this isn't just some random statistic, it's a verified, nearly universal limit for mammals. Whether you're looking at a tiny little shrew or a colossal blue whale, nature has allotted mammals approximately 1 billion heartbeats for their entire lifetime. It is literally a biological speed limit on existence itself. Wild, right? Comparing the wildly different lifespans of Earth's mammals against the universal limit of 1 billion heartbeats, this brilliantly illustrates a profound truth about biology. Think about it for a second. A mouse's heart races at hundreds of beats per minute, basically burning through its billion heartbeats in just a year or two. An elephant, on the other hand, it has this incredibly slow, methodical pulse, stretching its billion beats over many, many decades. But despite living for vastly different lengths of time, nearly all mammals share this exact same underlying biological clock.
Mystery of immortal brains, defying decay. Let's move to and see how this builds. While the billion heartbeat rule sets some pretty strict limits on the living, sometimes organic matter just flat out refuses to play by the rules of death and decay. We're going to look at an astonishing scientific mystery right now where biology completely outlasts its expected limits by thousands of years.
Myth. Brains are the very first human organ to decay. Fact. Thousands of ancient human brains have remained completely intact. We really need to dismantle a common misconception here. The myth is that brains, because they're mostly just water and fat, are the very first human organ to liquefy and decay after death. Makes sense, right? But the verifiable fact? Archaeologists have discovered thousands of ancient human brains that have remained completely intact. I mean, not turned to dust, not liquefied, but perfectly preserved as recognizable tissue for millennia.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the sheer scale of the anomaly. It's truly staggering. We aren't just talking about one or two freak occurrences here. Thousands of skeletal remains have been discovered across the globe where the skeleton is totally bare, but the brain tissue inside the skull is unexpectedly fully intact. Chemists and forensic experts have been completely baffled by this. I mean, they are only just now beginning to unravel the unique environmental chemistry that allows this incredibly fragile tissue to evade decay for thousands of years.
The missing wild cows, an extinction mystery. So we've looked at ancient human anomalies, but now let's shift our focus to the animals we think we know perfectly well. You know, we see them out our car windows, grazing in fields. They seem like one of the most abundant animals on the planet. But there is a massive, very surprising historical reality hiding right in plain sight. Myth. Wild cows currently roam the earth. Fact. There are absolutely no true wild cows left in existence today. Yeah, it is a total myth that wild cows are still roaming the earth. The reality is, there are absolutely no true wild cows left in existence today. Every single cow you see is a domesticated descendant. The truly wild ancestral cow, which was this massive, formidable beast, by the way, definitely existed at one point in human history and was hunted by our ancestors. But today, it is entirely extinct. But as researchers looking into this extinction have noted, and I love this quote, the story isn't quite over though. Nature's histories is never fully closed. There are ongoing, super fascinating scientific efforts happening right now, attempting to use genetics and selective backbreeding to literally recreate these lost wild beasts. It just goes to show you that our relationship with the natural world is constantly evolving.
Fungi that saved mammals, the asteroid aftermath. Speaking of our relationship with the natural world evolving, let's travel way back, millions of years, to the age of the dinosaurs. We're going to examine a microscopic hero that completely changed the course of life on Earth and honestly paved the way for everything we've talked about so far.
The timeline goes: Chicxulub asteroid impact, the emergence of a fungus-filled world, and mammals gaining a massive evolutionary edge. So about 66 million years ago, the Chicxulub asteroid impacted Earth, triggering a mass extinction that obviously wiped out the dinosaurs. But the immediate aftermath, that's what's crucial here. The skies darkened with ash, vegetation completely died off, and the world was suddenly covered in rotting organic matter, which triggered a massive global emergence of fungi. And in this fungus-filled world, our early mammalian ancestors suddenly gained a massive evolutionary edge over the surviving cold-blooded reptiles.
The Chicxulub impact, the sheer scale of this event literally cannot be overstated. We're talking about apocalyptic destruction. But because mammals are warm-blooded, they actually had a built-in thermal defense against the deadly fungal infections that were sweeping across this decaying planet. So from the ashes of a dinosaur-killing asteroid and the crazy global fungal bloom, our mammalian ancestors emerged victorious. It's just as profound chain reaction of survival.
NASA's Metal World mission, Journey to a Planetary Core. So, we've journeyed from heartbeats to ancient brain tissue to extinct cows and killer fungi. Now let's zoom all the way out from terrestrial biology and deep history. Let's look up to the cosmos. NASA is currently undertaking an absolutely epic mission to a place unlike anything we've ever explored before, and it connects directly back to the very building blocks of our reality.
Step 1. Mars flyby. Step 2. Gravitational slingshot. Step 3. Arrival at asteroid 16 Psyche in 2029. This is the journey of NASA's Psyche probe. Step 1 saw the probe execute this incredibly precise Mars flyby, buzzing the red planet at just 4,500 kilometers away. Step 2 used that exact flyby to create a massive gravitational slingshot effect, just hurling the probe deeper into the solar system. And all of this sets up Step 3, the highly anticipated arrival at asteroid 16 Psyche in the year 2029.
16 Psyche facts. It's an M-type metal-rich asteroid, an exposed nickel-iron core, located between Mars and Jupiter. So the crucial point is understanding what actually awaits the probe in 2029. Asteroid 16 Psyche, which is hanging out in the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter, is an M-type, meaning metal-rich, asteroid. Scientists believe this isn't just some random rock, it's the exposed nickel-iron core of an early protoplanet. It is quite literally a naked planetary building block floating in space, giving us this incredibly rare window into the violent collisions that created our own solar system.
Hunting for phantom moonlets around a metal behemoth. And as the probe hurtles toward this giant piece of metal, it isn't just flying blind. It's actively using its multispectral imager to hunt for tiny, mysterious satellites. Scientists call these moonlets, these little phantom rocks that might be caught in the gravitational pull of the massive metal asteroid. Finding them, that would unlock even more secrets about the chaotic early days of our cosmic neighborhood.
Hidden rules and ancient building blocks connect everything from our pulse to the stars. When you step back and look at all this together, it is truly staggering. From the strict biological limit of 1 billion heartbeats dictating our very lives, to a phantom planetary core drifting out in deep space, it proves that the most profound secrets are often hidden right in plain sight. Nature completely relies on these hidden rules and ancient building blocks, and they connect everything, from the pulse in your wrist, straight up to the stars in the sky.
Which leaves us with one final, pretty awe-inspiring question to ponder today. If we are only just now unraveling the chemistry of ancient human brains, and we're just now sending probes to exposed planetary cores, what other ancient secrets and foundational building blocks are hiding right now in the dark, unexplored reaches of our solar system's asteroid belt? I'll leave you to think about that. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and hey, keep your curiosity alive until next time.